Hi, my name is Lincoln Holmes, and this is my story as an immigrant. I came here when I was a teenager. I came to Canada when I was a teenager, and the first thing that hit me when I came here, by the way, is the cold. And because I came from Jamaica and it was nice and warm there, and you come in here. I came here in the winter time. Bad idea. No choice, anyways, right? None of us do. When they say come, you gotta come, right? And what happened is that the first thing I wanted to go back because it was cold. I didn't like the cold. It's not my place. And I came from the country of Jamaica also. So coming from the country area, my family was in farming, so we were in the bush. So coming from the country area and then coming here in this big city, it was really, really like, oh my God, it's crazy. But great experience, by the way, really, really amazing experience. I don't regret any of it at all, none of it. The struggles that I've had though, and one of the biggest struggles that I had when I came was how to speak. And I'm sure a lot of us who's from none who came here didn't know how to speak the language properly, probably could relate very well. And that was one of my big struggle here. I came here and a lot of people think that Jamaican is broken English, right? Some of the words sound like that, but actually we have our own native tongue. And in school we're taught English. But when I came here to take it out of here and bring it out of here was a big challenge. I have it here, but to bring it here, it wasn't it wasn't the same, and that was a struggle. And what had to happen is that I think, I got a job working in a bakery. That was my very first job, and there was one of the Jamaican there, but he was here a long time, and he spoke so beautifully. And I was to the point where I was so jealous. I wish I could talk like him, carry conversations like him. I couldn't speak to anyone because only him, because he was the only one who could really understand why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. And to overcome that dilemma and that challenge, I think what happens eventually, because of my personality, I got into sales. And believe it, I sold women makeup. I loved it though, because there was a bunch of women around all the time. You're 19, 20 years old doing that stuff. It was exciting. But I got into sales, and what happened in sales, I joined a company where I didn't really willingly leave my community behind, but I stepped out of my comfort zone. And this is what happened. By getting into sales, and the company that I joined allowed me to get out of my comfort zone, because everyone in there now spoke English perfectly. And this was the start of my fluency. Yeah, my vocabulary was very limited. Now it started to expand. And I had to read, because everyone there read book. In sales, you have to read books. It's motivation. It's this. It's all of that. You have to be excited. All of these things. So what happened is that I started to learn. So I left my community, and I was forced to really learn. So I threw myself into this uncomfortable situation, and that's when I grew. And it was amazing. In the process of doing it. Even in school, I had a hard time, because when the teacher had called me and I had to speak, I was nervous. But in the process of doing it, it was tough. So I really wasn't sure of the outcome. However, now I'm looking back, I'm happy that I went through that, because in the darkness that I was faced with in those moments, I realized now there was a lot of light in it. That this is the end results of all of that darkness that I went through. And now I parlayed what I've learned over the years, after about 20 years in sales, 20 plus, I won't tell you exactly how many years in sales. And now I've parlayed that into a coaching business and a sales training business. Sales coach, I'm a sales coach now, and a sales trainer, and I do some some other stuff along the way, but I train people in many different areas. And that's the beauty of being uncomfortable to be comfortable. So by stepping out of my, I don't know, so-called community, and step into an uncomfortable situation, it allows me and affords me to develop this English language and perfected it and expand my vocabulary to what it is today. So, you know, there's hope for all of us. You know, there is hope for all of us there. And if you have any challenges, just remember, those challenges a few months or a couple of years from now won't seem like challenges. You look back and laugh, basically like what I'm doing right now. So keep the hope alive, and remember, there is a light shining very bright at the end of the tunnel. You might not be able to see it now, but it's there.